Yuletide season is here again, and for those who profess the Christian faith, that comes with quite a few challenges, even as we prepare to celebrate the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Of course, there's so much debate around whether he was actually born in December and whether he was born on the 25th of December. This is not an avenue for any theological debate. It is generally widely accepted. This is the date that is now widely accepted as the period within which Christ was born, even if it is just symbolic. And that is what I'll be talking about, Christmas season. Of course, I want to thank all my fans, those who are regular viewers and keep coming back, subscribers. Continue to watch, like, share, comment. And if you're new to this channel and you like what I say, do please subscribe so that you can get more of my content. For those of us who choose to celebrate Christmas, we know that that comes with expenses. Just using this to say particularly to my young ladies between the ages of 20 and 30, do not put yourself under any pressure. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. You don't have to start looking for how to raise money so that you'll buy the latest lace, buy designer perfume. Very good perfumes now, 25 ml designer perfumes now are going for something in the region of 50,000 naira. If you're working or you come from a wealthy home and you can afford that with ease, that's fine. You're not the person I'm talking to. My video is for girls who are from, you know, middle class to lower middle class to maybe poor homes. And in my experience, I've found that these are the girls who try the hardest to make an impression with material things. It's like, I think it's an ego thing. They are the ones who want to smell of designer perfumes that they ordinarily cannot afford. Want to wear the most expensive dresses. The girls who actually come from the wealthy homes and can afford these things with ease, you'll find them strolling around the place in regular jeans and t-shirts and things like this. And then you'll find the girls from poor backgrounds or struggling homes and things like that wanting to make dresses in hollandaise. Hollandaise is like this really high grade of wrappers that during my mother's time, if you didn't have enough hollandaise in your wardrobe, you had not arrived. Because one of the reasons why that particular brand of fabric is so valued, so highly valued, is that it doesn't fade. It's worth the amount they put on it. So, but you're a very young girl. You're a student. Your parents are just managing to get by. You don't do 3 square meals in your home. And even when you do, it's with great effort. Why are you trying to impress anybody? You should just be concerned with looking smart and clean. That's all. And that's one of the best ways to keep yourself out of trouble. Because in your bid to wear gold and all of these things, you want to wear perfume that many people who are working don't buy. Because it doesn't make sense for the kind of lifestyle they lead. You're a student and you want to wear perfume that costs 60, 70,000. Why? So I'm not here just to denigrate you and make you feel bad. No, that's not the point. I'm saying that for everything there are cheaper options and you do not need to try and impress anybody. As a young girl, if you're coming from any of the circumstances I've described, you're not wealthy yourself, that's like you're not making some solid cash, you come from a humble background and things like that, instead of constantly struggling to buy designer perfumes, invest in good body sprays. There are some body sprays that smell really good and are long-lasting and won't cost you more than 1,000 or 1,500, depending on the size you go for. You can also buy perfume oils, for instance. They also last long and smell good. And you don't have to break the bank doing that. Depending on the size you pick, you can get something for 2,000, 3,000. Nowadays, some are going for 7,000. How do I know? I know because I buy them myself. I buy them when I just want to smell good around the house. Not all the time designer perfume, designer perfume. Your brown powder, you don't have to use MAC. You don't have to use any of the high-range pancake powders. Most other cheaper brown powders will serve the same purpose. Mascara, your makeup, basic makeup, you don't have to go for the high-end stuff. You really don't have to. So this Christmas, I'm emphasizing Christmas because this is, on Christmas Day, everybody wants to look good, including me. In fact, I still have culture of Christmas dress. So I want to wear a new dress on Christmas Day. I still have that mentality. No matter how many clothes I've bought in the year, on Christmas Day, I want to wear something exclusive. I want to wear something I didn't wear the rest of the year. I have that, and I'm not the only person. It's a culture that just developed in many homes and has stayed with most families. But if you cannot afford a brand new dress for Christmas, do you know that you can pick an old dress, touch it up a little bit, take it to a tailor. They can put some beads on it for you. They can do a little bit of embroidery on it for you, and it will look different. And except you run around telling people that that's what you did, nobody will know any better. And if you cannot afford that either, you don't have to do it. The people that want to yab you, let them bring options now. Don't be so consumed with what people will say regarding your look, what you're wearing. As long as you are clean and smartly dressed, even if you have just 5 items of clothing, be fine with those. I have seen many people from humble backgrounds, so you can tell. You can literally count their clothes on your 2 hands. But each time they step out, those clothes are crisp and clean. That's all you need. And take care of your personal hygiene. Take care of your hair. If you can't afford to be hopping from one salon to the next, cut it. Wear a low cut. We have very hot weather. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with you cutting your hair. If you can't afford to braid it, depending on where you go to braid your hair, between buying the attachment, the workmanship and everything, you might spend 5,000 naira. And here you are, things are not looking too good. Can you really afford to spend 5,000 naira every other 2 or 3 weeks? Because I, for one, I don't recommend anybody carrying braided hair for up to 1 month. It begins to smell. And when you wash it, it looks unsightly. So can you really afford that? Perming doesn't, so many people don't want to perm their hair anymore because, one, you develop all kinds of scalp problems, dandruff, scaliness, flaking, your hair begins to break, you lose your edges and so on and so forth. So many people don't want to perm anymore. It's not a practical way of carrying your hair. And even if you're carrying perming, you know that whether you tongue it or just roll it, within a day or 2, the hair goes flat. So many people don't want to do that anymore. So consider cheaper options of wearing your hair. Cutting it is the best that I can think of, especially when you're a student, you're not earning any money. Cut your hair. It doesn't have to be like a skin cut or anything. Just have a low afro. Whenever you take your bath, pour water on your hair, use soap, wash it. Before, have a small hair cream. There are small ones that don't cost up to 1,000 naira. Coconut oil is very good for the hair too. Even this local chebe, they say it's very good for the hair. I haven't used it before, but everybody, so many people have testified to how good it is. Use it just to look clean. That's what matters. Look clean. Smell fresh. That's all. And if because you have cause to constantly repeat your clothing, you have friends who are mocking you for it, then that also helps you to weed out the circle of people you keep around you. You don't want shallow people as friends. So be comfortable with who you are this Christmas. You'll probably get invited to a lot of events. If you can, go. Mingling with people helps to lift one's spirit, especially at festive occasions. There's nothing as miserable or as saddening as being stuck alone in the house during festive occasions. Do not reject, public outings and social outings and things like that because you don't have things to wear. Go. You'll be seeing a lot of people there that you haven't met before or you haven't seen in a long time. Those ones are not keeping tally of your clothing. And for the one or two people who are idle enough to do that, if they sit somewhere and start mocking you, that's the 7th time I'm seeing her in that particular dress. The person they're talking to, if that person has any sense, the person will shut them up. So prepare your mind, because 2020 was hard. And it caused 2021 to be even harder because of all this COVID thing. The economy was badly impacted. The prices of everything is through the roof, including food. So don't put yourself under unnecessary stress. If you're unlucky enough to come from this kind of home where they don't know that you're only 20 years old and you're just in your 2nd year in university, you're not earning anything, and they begin to pressure you to bring rice for Christmas and other things, tell them you're sorry, but you can't afford it, in case they hadn't noticed. Be polite about it. You can't afford it. Because I know that there are some homes that push young ladies into different difficult situations. The minute after preaching to you all your life, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that, the minute you come of age, all of a sudden they're sending you long lists for different things that you should come and pay your younger brother's school fees and things like this. Where are you supposed to get the money from? And then at this point they tell you, oh, you're old enough to start bringing something home. From where? So don't allow anybody to pressure you. Times are hard even for people who are earning money. Never mind you, who is not, or who are not. Don't bother yourself. Relax. Take the strain off your mental health. Relax. Prepare yourself for a relaxed Christmas. Do not forget the reason for the season, which is being a good Christian, extending a Christian-like approach to your fellow man. Going back, being meditative about the reason why you're here and how you can impact the world positively while continuing your walk in faith. So Christmas Day is still a way off, but we're in the Christmas season, and I want you to start working on your mind in that regard. Even if you don't have money, it's okay. You'll be fine. Remember, the only constant thing in life is change. You will not always be broke. It gets better. So this is wishing you a beautiful Yuletide and hoping that you get your mind in the right place to have a peaceful, stress-free Christmas.